just died on me as well. I'll just be a few minutes.
Welcome to the meeting of the North East Derbyshire District Council's Cabinet. It's the 28th of January 2021. It's 4:30 or 4:35. We'll get started straight away with the agenda. So the first item is apologies for absence.
Non-received, Chair.
Non-received. Thanks, Alan. The next item is declarations of interest. Are there any that any members wish to declare? No, I can see shaking of heads. Okay. And then we come to the minutes of the last meeting held on the 17th of December. Have we all had a chance to review them and can confirm that they're a true and accurate record? I can have a mover. I'll move it if someone can second. Carolyn, thank you. All those in favour? Brilliant, thank you very much. And then we come to the visitor economy strategy. So I'll hand over to Councillor Rennick, who's going to talk us through that paper.
Yeah, I know you've all had opportunity now to look at the visitor economy strategy. Just to reiterate that, that we do recognise the importance of the tourism and visitor economy strategy across the district. We've been working on this for some time. Just for background information, we've not had a strategy before for the visitor economy. And I believe that whilst we were looking at it initially, this has become more urgent because of the pandemic and because, at the end of the day, we have 300 plus businesses in this sector and a lot of businesses that support it. 2,000 jobs and 147 million to our economy. Whilst we haven't got some of the prestigious tourist attractions that some parts of Derbyshire have, we do, I believe, have our own unique selling point, and that is encapsulated in the vision that we are a destination between the Peak District and town city. We have experiences to offer, and I think that we're in quite an enviable position, and I hope you all agree with the strategy that we've developed with the help of Councillor Alan Powell. And so to promote the district to visitors, both day tripping and overnights, we want to try and create an all-round visitor economy in the district, improve the skills of business owners and their employees, which will fit into our growth and skills strategy too, and to develop visitor offer experiences. So I would heartily recommend recommendations 6.1 to 6.4, and I move that to this cabinet.
Thank you, Councillor Rennick. I'm very happy to second. Are there any other comments that any members wish to make or any questions? No, I think this is a very good paper. Really pleased to see it brought forward. I know it's taken a lot of work from officers within your portfolio and Jill's team, but it's definitely a very good piece of work, and look forward to seeing it being implemented. So unless there's any further comments, we'll move to the vote. All those in favour? Okay, that's carried. Thank you very much. And then the next paper is another paper for you, Councillor Rennick, which is the employment and skills strategy. So I'll hand back over to you.
Thank you. Again, I know you've all had opportunity to look at this paper and discuss with me. It has been amended slightly, and just to make clear, whilst it's not a statutory duty for us to deliver skills, we absolutely see the importance of actually trying to support local residents and business to upskill. Again, we've been looking at this strategy for some time. The pandemic has actually increased the need and accelerated our determination to make sure we have a key role in supporting both residents and businesses. Again, you've all had a chance to read it, and I would hope you would agree to move the recommendations.
Thanks very much, Councillor Rennick. Again, I'm very happy to second. Very welcome piece of work. As you say, it's not necessarily a statutory duty for us, but it's very good that we're taking a clear role within this and aligning ourselves to the wider employment and skills strategy from the D2N2 LEP and of course the County Council and other relevant partners as well. So it's good to see that we have this document and obviously can work towards achieving the aims and ambitions that it sets out. So thank you very much again for all the work on that.
Yeah,
and
part of the process is that we've done a lot of more now work with D2N2, obviously with DCC, and it's about aligning our strategies and actually we are aligned in all our ambitions, even some of the government ambitions. So I think this is pointing in the right direction, and hopefully we can improve the skills of, and particularly the aspirations in our area. I think for me, a real turning point was some of the Clay Cross surveys. When the aspirations aren't there, we can do more to support that. And I would like to thank, for both these reports, Jill and her team for providing these, and all the work that's gone into developing them.
Absolutely, yeah, reiterate that, and completely agree with the aspiration sort of issue. We know from the Social Mobility Commission report from a couple of years ago that our area is one in which social mobility is a problem, and aspiration, I think, is a key part of that, and we've really got to drive that up to try and improve on our position. So thank you once again for that. It's been moved, I've seconded it. All those in favour? Brilliant, thank you very much, everyone. And then we come to the medium-term financial plan, and I'll hand over to Councillor Parkin.
Thank you very much, Chair. Right, so as you'll be aware, no doubt, there have been some unusual circumstances in the last 12 months. It's been a very challenging budget setting process, the pandemic leading to uncertainty surrounding the proposed national settlement for 21/22. And it was released around the 17th of December and was effectively a further rollover of the 2015 settlement. So it also included a series of measures specifically targeted at assisting with the financial challenges that the council faces, but also other people. I guess, you know, we've been very, very lucky in the fact that the central government has been so generous in its support of councils during the COVID period. Some of the challenges we've been facing are 3-year spread of collection fund losses, support where the ability to levy council tax and business rates has reduced, collection rates have reduced. This is known as the local taxation income compensation scheme. So that's been announced. A continuation of the income compensation scheme for lost fees and charges into Q1 of 21/22 helps us with the other services that we charge for, such as leisure, that of course has been closed, and a final tranche of COVID grant to ease financial pressures. So a one-off lower tier services grant has also been blessed our way. The rollover of the 2015 settlement for a further year means that the changes expected from a spending review, we anticipated being negative changes, won't now affect the 2021 budget, which removes, well, the majority of the budget pressures we perceived before, and those that were identified in last year's NTFP. This means that, along with the COVID measures mentioned before, you'll be glad to know that a balanced budget can be set for this year. However, it is fully expected that the spending review will inform the 2022 budget, etc., etc. So, whilst we can set a balanced budget, the general fund budget can be set for 21/22. The savings targets in future years obviously remain challenging, and a large number of variables are set therein. So you know, we can only, I guess, the financial stargazing of the experts are helping us to try and predict what will happen in the future. It's very difficult. But the key thing is to maintain the momentum and growth and transformation agenda. And this, along with a robust budget management across all service areas, will be a priority in 2021. As in previous years, an upper limit has been set for council tax increases nationally. And this year, as in previous years, it's set to 1.99 or 5%, whichever is the greater. So this year, as in previous years, is set at 1.99% or 5%, but we're proposing an increase of 1.95%, i.e. £3.70 at Band D for 21/22. We've not identified major pressures in the HRA account, and the national rent setting guidance has been followed, as we have done as a council for quite some time, at 1.5%. So I think from that, I'd like to move the recommendations in 6.1 to 6.13 in the report.
Thank you, Councillor Parkin. Are there any other comments or questions from Cabinet members? Councillor Kenyon.
Just a comment, really. I think we read in the news about the state of other councils, and we hear numbers, how large numbers of them are not able to balance their budgets. And I think it's a testament to the way the finances of this council have been managed very prudently, and tough decisions have had to be made along the way. And as my portfolio is leisure, certainly the government's decisions to support that sector have been extremely welcome. And I think it's really very pleasing that we are in a position to set a balanced budget and have come through the current year as so well. So yeah, I think it's very good. Thank you, Paul.
I can assure you it's all down to the skills of our Chief Financial Officer and and the team behind her. Yes.
Brilliant. Thank you, Councillor Kenyon. Yeah, just to echo what Councillor Kenyon and Councillor Parkin have said, I think this demonstrates a very significant level of support from the government, which is very welcome. You know, it's not only supported local councils, it's supported the whole of society and the business world as well through an extremely difficult time. But it is very much welcome. It doesn't take us quite out of the water in terms of the longer term. There are clearly some challenges that we face as a council, but it certainly has helped us this year and arguably to a degree next year as well. And just on the council tax rise, as Councillor Parkin has said, we are acutely aware of the need to balance our own needs as a local authority with the pockets of our residents who have clearly been through a very hard time themselves. And I think that we've set an appropriate level there that has hopefully met that balance. We could have gone higher, as Councillor Parkin said. We could have gone to £5 on a Band D, which would have been about a 2.6% increase, I believe. So 1.95 is a modest increase, and will help both to sustain the services that we deliver, whilst also not hitting the pockets of our residents too hard. So I think this is a very good budget, and very happy to second the recommendations as Councillor Parkin's proposed. Any other comments from anyone else? Jane, is there anything you'd like to add?
Just one minor point, Chair. If I could just update you on items 1.20 and 1.21, which is to do with the local taxation income compensation scheme, which is a really snappy name. The detail is out on that. It's not quite as lucrative as we first thought it was going to be in terms of the 75% compensation, but I think it is a fair scheme. It basically reflects what we could bill as opposed to what we could collect. The 3-year spread's dealing with the collection element. And we're actually in a quite good position with regards to council tax, and business rates isn't as bad as we first thought it would be in terms of what we could bill, not what we could collect. So it's not quite as lucrative, but I don't think it's affecting us too badly. I just wanted to update you on that because the report suggested it was going to be more generous than it has.
Okay, thanks for that. I'm just conscious that Councillor Parkin, I think, moved the first set of recommendations. Presumably we're able to take them on block. Is that okay? I can see Sarah nodding and Alan nodding. Okay, lovely. So we'll vote on them on block then. So all those in favour? Lovely, that's carried. Thank you very much. And then we come back to the agenda. I believe the next item is urgent items, of which there are none. And then I therefore move that the public be excluded from the meeting during the discussion of the following items of business to avoid the disclosure to them of exempt information as defined in Part 1 of Schedule 12A of the Local Government Act 1972. If we can end the live session. Thank you everyone for joining us.